Hi, I'm Joe Shannon, and I'm with the law firm of Shannon Law Group here in Chicago. Our firm helps people recover when they are injured due to side effects from vaccines. One of the persons at our firm that works on these cases every single day is Rhonda Lorenz-Pignato, and I'm happy to have this conversation with her about the program, specific tips for you, and information just in general for you. Also, it's important that you learn about this from other sources. We have a book that was written by one of our attorneys, Jonathan Svitek, which goes through the basics of the vaccine injury compensation program. And so you're going to want to download that from our website at shannonlawgroup.com, or check out some of the videos from our YouTube channel at Shannon Law Group, as well as any of the other social media apparatus that we use. But I wanted to introduce first Rhonda. Rhonda's been a lawyer practicing in medical negligence types cases, other liability forums, and has been an arbitrator in hundreds of cases, and most recently has been working a lot in the vaccine injury compensation program. So I want to welcome you, Rhonda, to the program.
Thank you, Joe. Appreciate it.
First of all, Rhonda, tell us a little bit about yourself, your background as a lawyer.
Well, as you said, I've done a lot of various different types of litigation, but a good substantial chunk of that is in the arena of medical malpractice and some general personal injury. I've been able to see that field from both sides, but most of my work so far has been from the defense side.
You mentioned something about a table before.
Mm-hmm.
Can you explain it to me like I'm a 2-year-old, how this table works?
Sure. Yeah, that's how I like things explained to me. So let me put it simply. A table, to get it down to the bare bones, is a little graph. It's in the program, it has 3 different columns. So they put this table in the program to help guide you as to what you might need to prove in order to stay in the program. So the first column lists all of the vaccines that are covered by the program, because not every single vaccine that could ever be given is covered in this program. So there's a specific list of vaccines that are covered. If you have that, then you can stay in the program. The second column includes the injuries that are generally accepted as being related to those vaccines. And then the third column is the time frame in which they want to see you come up with the symptoms. So for instance, if you get the flu vaccine, and you get a shoulder injury, which is called a SIRVA injury. SIRVA currently is on the table. So that means you will need to come up with less proof in order to show that your shoulder injury is related to the vaccine. As long as you have an injury that's on the table, it is much easier to prove the connection between the vaccine and the injury and to recover in the program. If the injury occurs within the time frame listed on the table, that is the best case scenario.
So it's not a guarantee you're going to recover, but it's pretty far down the road, right?
It goes a long way, yeah. If you fit within the parameters of that table, it goes a long way in being able to prove the causation part of your case. The only other obstacles might be if you have a pre-existing condition that's related to it. If there's any doubt in the records as to what your injury is, that may cloud it. But if everything's very clear that you didn't have this injury before, you got it within the time frame after you got your vaccination, and there's no discrepancy as to what your diagnosis is, it goes a long way in proving causation in the vaccine recovery program. And then it moves you right along if you can prove that, so that you can get into the damages phase and figure out how much you should be compensated.
Talk to me about an off the table case.
Well, if you have an off the table case, that means that you likely have an injury that's not listed on that table, in which case you need to prove causation. So it's almost like the same as trying to prove a lawsuit outside of the vaccine program. There's a good chance you'll need an expert. You may need medical literature supporting your position. Special masters, who are the judges in these cases, they take those off-table cases on a case-by-case basis. They do a thorough examination of all of your medical records, and they receive, like I said, medical literature and testimony from experts in order to decide whether or not they're going to acknowledge that your injury is actually a vaccine related injury.
Talking to Rhonda Lorenz-Pignato. Here she is in our latest newsletter. Rhonda has worked with us for over a year now, and we're more than thrilled to have her as part of our team. As you can see, she's eloquent. She's prepared to represent our clients. She's a person juries will like, and special masters in the vaccine injury compensation program will really appreciate. And we really appreciate you coming on the show, Rhonda. Will you come back again sometime?
Absolutely. It's been a pleasure, Joe. It's been a pleasure working with you. It's been a pleasure being part of Shannon Law Group. I'm so proud to be one of the gang here. Really is a stand-up place where anyone can come and they know that their rights will be protected and fought for.
Rhonda, thanks so much for coming on board and helping us today. And we'll be sure to talk to you again about some other issues of the day.
Thank you, Joe. Have a great day.
Listen, if you like these videos, if you like the content that we're providing to you, what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to subscribe to our YouTube channel at Shannon Law Group. You can text me at my personal number, which is 312-847-2428, 312-847-2428.